get ready for a fun, riveting storytime session that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. Get ready, it's almost Christmas, so enjoy this story time. It's not going to be one of those life lessons. Fortunately, it's not going to be one of those life lessons because my previous videos are all about life lessons, and I'm pretty sure everyone is just tired of being lectured on what to do and what not to do in life. So this story is going to be a bit different. This story is actually one of those not so typical romance plots. It's one of the better romance animes actually. It's on the top with the likes of Horimi and like The Dangers of My Heart. Or, it's a lot better than that. Not to toot my own horn or anything, not to stroke my own PP, but it's one of the better ones. Because it's not like your typical ones, as I said. It's not gonna like edge you for like 12 fucking episodes, and then at the end of the season, the main protagonist is gonna finally confess to the girl that he likes. And then, she's gonna feel the same way, because obviously it always turns out like that. She feels the same way, they both get together, they start a family, and then they make kids. It's not gonna be like that. This romance anime is better for the sole reason that it's real, it's realistic. It's probably one of the more relatable ones that every guy on earth have experienced. There are two types of guys in this world: those who have experienced this event, and liars. So obviously everyone has experienced this event, and I was one of them. So let me give you a brief description on what I'm talking about. This anime protagonist was just chilling, and he sees this girl. He thinks she's pretty, falls in love with her, and not like your typical romance plots where they just walk up to her and they start talking and then it just leads to a myriad of events happening in the future. This is different. He sees her, falls in love with her, and what does he do? He just keeps quiet and just walks away, just walks away like she never exists, like he never really sees her. She's just a breeze in the wind. It's relatable, right? Yeah, because it is. And I have experienced that moment exactly, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys, that story, that moment, that event that happened just now. So our story begins with me accepting an invitation from my friend to hang out. He just wanted to hang out because why not? Yeah, that's what normal friends do. What normal bros do when they get bored. They say, "Yo, bro, let's hang out." So I agreed to hang out, and we did. So we meet up at City Hall, which is around the city area in the middle-ish. Kinda, not so much in the middle, but it was within the city area. So we decided to meet up at City Hall. And we decided before we do anything, let's have dinner. Oh yeah, speaking of which, we met up at around 6, so it was dinner time by then. So yeah, we decided to eat dinner. But we wanted to eat McDonald's, but the issue was there was no close McDonald's at City Hall-ish. You want to go to McDonald's, there's two places you gotta go. It's Marina Square and like Suntec, but those were like quite a walking distance away, so we decided to just choose one and just roll with it. So we chose to go to Suntec to eat McDonald's. So it was quite a distance to head from City Hall all the way to Suntec. So nonetheless, we just still decided to make our way. So the journey begins. We started walking, we were just chit-chatting, nothing much, just typical, how's your day, how's life, how's things going, just your typical boring plot. But that's really not the meat of this meal right here. So as we were walking, we entered the Suntec Mall. And Suntec Mall has like exit A, exit B. Exit B is where McDonald's is located at. Exit A doesn't have McDonald's. So we entered through exit A. So it's quite a journey from A to B. So obviously you got to maze around through there. So yeah, we decided to just move on with it. And as we were mazing, in that mall, there were booths, like those typical mall booths that some malls have for some reason. Yeah, it's like one of those. So there were some booths here and there, which is going to be important to the plot. Don't worry, I'll tell you why. So yeah, there are booths, and obviously we gotta walk past them to get to McDonald's. And that booth was where the true meat of this anime comes to shine. So as we were walking, I noticed from a distance there was this girl. I thought she was pretty, but I didn't think too much of like her at all. I thought she was pretty and that's about it. That just goes my day. Typical. So as I was approaching her, I was seeing more and more like details of her. You know, she was about my height, slightly shorter. Her hair was a bit curly, not curly, but like a bit curly at the end ish. She was wearing glasses. I think she was Chinese. If memory serves, she definitely was. She was wearing a gray dress. And yeah, it was a gray dress. And she was holding a fan. But this fan was not like your typical portable fan that you can just turn on with a flick of a button. It's one of those like foldable ones. Like, those traditional foldable fans. So I see her and I'm like getting closer and I'm like, whoa, okay, she's holding a fan and she's a bit pretty. She's getting prettier actually. In my eyes, she's actually getting prettier the closer I approach her. Maybe it's the aura that she's having, but she must have done something to me, She must be poisoning me through the air molecules there. She must have let out a fart and it just ended through my nose and I'm starting to think differently of her as I'm approaching her. I'm starting to like her more. So then as I was approaching her, she flicked open her fan that she was holding and like started to like fan herself with it because just trying to cool herself and all that. So and as she was doing that, I was like approaching her, and she was approaching me, so it was like sort of like this situation. And as she was still fanning herself while approaching me and I was approaching her, we were making eye contact. I was staring at her eyes, into her eyes, and she's staring into my eyes back. That was the first time I've ever stared at a girl for that long. I gotta tell you, that was probably the most exciting things I've ever experienced in my life. But yeah, she was staring at me, and I was staring at her. I was staring at the barrel of that shotgun right there. I was staring at that loaded gun. I was really looking down that barrel. So I was just looking, and she was looking back. And like she was walking, and we were getting closer. And then she probably didn't really brush my shoulder or anything as we like walked past each other, but I'm gonna say that she did because she was very pretty. So I'm gonna keep my delusions in place and say that as we walked by, we were staring at each other. She was still fanning herself while looking at me, and we walked past each other, and our shoulders brushed against each other. And it was at that very moment I looked up and thank God for this miraculous experience because it was heavenly. I kid you not. This was one of the best things I've ever experienced in the world. It was the greatest thing the earth has ever concocted from this single atom, this single molecule, blood, bones, veins, a brain, organs, all of that, skin, to form this perfect beauty of an artwork. She was absolutely beautiful. She was pretty. She was gorgeous. And we were making eye contact. She was looking at me. I was looking at her. She was fanning herself while she's like looking at me. And we walked past each other, and our shoulders brushed. Boom! That was wild. Yeah, I'm being excited. You may think, this reader is getting excited at a small scenario like this. You must understand. I'm locked up in my room. I'm constantly, like, my ass cheeks are glued to this chair. I'm looking at the screen watching 2D characters speak to each other in Japanese for like 24 hours straight. I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin loser. And it's the fact that I got out for the first time in a long time, and I met a beautiful girl who's not afraid to look me in the eyes, and just, maybe I'm being delusional, but I think she was probably flirting with me by fanning herself. But yeah, after that event happened, I was like covering myself like an anime schoolgirl. I was just blushing. I was just looking at my friend. I was like, holy shit. I was just telling my bro, oh my gosh, she was pretty. She was gorgeous. She was beautiful. She was just absolutely nutworthy. I think my PP is starting to rise. I was just feeling it. I was just enjoying myself. And my friend really couldn't believe it that I was just falling this low. But honestly, you should see her. She was absolutely gorgeous. She was pretty. So yeah, that happened. And in my mind, as I was like walking by her, my brain thought of this. My brain thought of saying outright to her that, yo, you are absolutely gorgeous, you're pretty. And hopefully after I said that, she's gonna end up soaking her panties and, giggle like a schoolgirl. Yeah, oh, this handsome guy is like complimenting me, haha. And as she's doing that, I hit her with a, yo, can I get your number or can I get your IG, have a way to contact her in some way, somehow. So I was thinking that, but did I do it? Fuck no, because I'm a fucking pussy. So obviously I didn't do it. So I just walked past her. I wished it an opportunity of a lifetime, but then again, I'm thinking back. It's likely best if I didn't, because if I did, I'm probably gonna end up breaking that Nexus event. I'm gonna break that canon point in that story. Maybe it's just canon that I really don't know how to talk to girls. Yeah, it's probably how it works. And if I would end up talking to her at that very moment, it's gonna just bring out some destructive power that would collapse the entire universe because I was breaking a canon point in the storyline or something like that. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I walked past her, nothing much. So yeah, we made our way to McDonald's. We ate, and then after we ate, we just hung out. And after that, nothing much. The meat of the story is just me seeing this girl but not doing anything about it. This anime protagonist probably did the best decision by not, harassing her, by telling her that she's pretty and asking for her Instagram or something like that. So yeah, that was the fun story that every guy has probably experienced once in their life. The fact maybe not the fact that the girl was looking at you at your eyes or something like that. It's more like we see a girl, thinks she's pretty, falls in love with her, love at first sight, but we don't do anything about it. We just walk by and like she's just a breeze in the wind. Nothing much. She's just dust, a speck of dust on the floor. So it's really not that important. So yeah, that's really about it. See ya.